bigcal and welcome to my world. Today we have the monthly catch-up video, which is going out a little bit early. I normally try and get this at the beginning of each month to go over the previous month, but I thought I've got the time now, I'll get it done because there's no more content coming out this month, unfortunately. So yeah, November, not much happened. We started off with the catch-up video for October, so yay. So go back and watch that if you want to check out what you might have missed from the month of October on bigcalsworld.co.uk. Then there was 5 matches with Buddy Rose, my monthly wrestling post where I watch 5 matches I've never seen before from wrestlers, talk about them and try and post links to videos so you guys can watch them as well. So check that out. Buddy Rose, really good older wrestler, lots of good matches there, definitely check it out. And then the last bit of content was the recent video game pickups number 20. I obviously showed off my latest video game pickups. And that's it, sadly. There was some other stuff planned, some more written stuff. There was going to be a game review. Well, I say a game review, it's going to be a review on this thing, the Nintendo Classic Mini. Got that on day 1, so it's not like I had to wait for it or anything. I did get it on release day. It's just that November wasn't the best of months for me. As most of you probably already know, I do suffer from depression, which is so fun. And November was just not a good month for that. Most times I just couldn't be asked doing anything, didn't want to do anything. I did actually manage to record the video for the Nintendo Mini Classic, and as I was editing it, it was terrible and I decided to scrap it and I came up with a better idea for it. As for any other content that was going to happen in November, I couldn't be asked with it, to be honest, again due to the old depression. Starting to feel a little bit better now, I guess, so hopefully I'll get everything done for December, which is going to be a huge month if I get everything done. So let's go over my list here of everything I have planned for the month of December on bigcalsworld.co.uk. There'll be 5 matches with Taz. These are all going to be ECW matches because I've not seen much of him at all from the original ECW. I had the network for a free month, so I decided to check some stuff out on there that I don't have access to typically, I wouldn't normally look up, so I thought I'll go with the ECW stuff. I always like Taz, I'll see what he's done there. And then there'll be a second one, another 5 matches with, this time with Rhino again from ECW. And the reason I'm going to do both of them this month is because they're already written and they're all very short. A lot of the Taz matches and a lot of the Rhino matches were very short. They were kind of like squash matches for the most part, under 5 minutes mostly. I think there was just maybe one bigger pay-per-view match for Taz that went longer than 5 minutes. Since they're both pretty short ones, I thought I'll just post them both together in the month of December so you're not feeling like you're being ripped off with written content. So that's that. Then there'll be a recent video game pickups video, number 22, and that'll be from the South Yorkshire Video Game and Collectibles Fair, which I'm going to on December 10th in Barnsley. There was one a couple of months ago. The first one they did okay. They've learned from things that they were missing, some mistakes they've made. They're doing a lot better this time around, so hopefully it's going to be even bigger and better. So I'll be going to that and hopefully getting a bunch of new pickups, and I'll be doing a video showing off what I got. And speaking of showing off stuff that I got, there will be a what I got for Christmas 2016 edition. I'll hopefully be able to post a video before the new year showing off what I got for Christmas this year when it comes around. So that should be interesting. We'll see what I got. I have no idea what I'm getting off anybody, so that's always fun, surprises. I'm not the biggest fan of Christmas, as anyone who's been following me for a few years might already know. But I do always enjoy the Christmas dinner. Yeah. So those are sort of the basic standard things. The big thing is going to be involving this. Originally I was going to do the big game review for the month was going to be a game based around Christmas themed. I got James Pond 2 last month. I thought, oh, it's based in Santa's Grotto or Workshop or whatever. That'd be a cool platformer game to do, and it's based on Christmas. Yay? No. Turns out the game isn't good, and it's not horrible to the point where I could essentially do what the AVGN does and just rip it apart and it'd be amusing, hopefully. It's just nothing there. It's boring. Boring really is just the word. Dull. Not just in how it's played, but everything about it is just dull. There's nothing interesting to mention, so I could not have possibly done a good video review for that game. So when I realised that, and I also realised that the video I was going to do for this was terrible, I decided to switch things up a bit. So there are 31 days in December, as you may already know. There are 30 games on this. So each day is going to be a Nintendo Classic Mini review, where I review all 30 of the games, one each day. And then on the 31st of December, I'll do a video talking about the actual console itself and just give my overall thoughts. So that will be one video per day based on the Nintendo Classic Mini all throughout December. And like I said, these are really going to be mini reviews. They might not even last more than a minute, some of them. Just basically going over a little bit of who the developer was, when it was released, what the game's about, whether or not I enjoyed it, and why. And at the end there'll be a rating between 1 and 10. Now this is not necessarily the game rating, so say, let's pick Kirby's Adventure. That's one I'm having a lot of fun with. If I was to give it 10 out of 10, I don't mean it's a 10 out of 10 game, it's absolutely perfect, it's one of the best games of all time. It would mean that the 10 means that it's one of the most fun games on the system, and I highly recommend that you look to play that first. And then if I was to rate Pac-Man a 1, that would mean don't bother with it at all, absolutely useless. You know, if you're going to play it last because you just not enjoy it. It's not worth it. You play the other games first. So the 1 to 10 ranking system all depends on how highly I would recommend you play them and in what order sort of thing. So the games I might rate 10 out of 10, play those first because those are the best ones on the system. You'll have the most fun with them. So that's how that's going to work. And then on top of all this, all these 31 videos based on this, they will also have World's Strongest Man recaps. Love the World's Strongest Man. We get towards Christmas, that's when they start to air over here. It has already aired, and, but I don't look up spoilers. So it's not already aired, it's already taken place, and then they air it over Christmas. So when we get to the World's Strongest Man, there'll be the Giants Live, there's typically 5 of those, and then we have the 5 World's Strongest Man heats, and then the final. And I'll be recapping each one every day after they've happened. So that's going to be, obviously, there's probably going to be about 2 weeks worth of stuff there. 2.5 weeks depending on when they take breaks and things. And there's already been some World's Strongest Man on this year already. We've had the UK Strongest Man, just waiting for the final to show up on the Channel 5 website so I can watch it. And we got the Ultimate Strongman Champions League. It's like they go around basically like 15 heats, I think, all around the world, different places. Winners get a certain amount of points, and then it all goes together. The top 10 people then go into the final, and whoever wins the World Series. That's already happened. I think the final should be online probably by now on UK TV, UK Play TV, something like that. UK TV Play, I think it is. Basically the main website for channels like Dave and things like that. So that's where it's on, and I might just do a recap post of all of that just in one rather than doing each individual episode. So that'll be just a bit more written content for the month of December. And then on top of all of that still, there will be another game review. Again, it won't be a big one because there's not that much to talk about. It just goes into the World's Strongest Man stuff. And it's the Full Strength Strongman PC game. So that'll be a video review as well coming. I might post that on the whatever day that the World's Strongest Man final takes place on. So there'll be that video, there'll be my thoughts and predictions for the final, and then eventually the post recapping the final. So yeah, that's going to be a lot of content for the month of December. The written stuff, especially the World's Strongest Man, definitely will get done. The 5 matches with, there are 2 of them, they're already done. The Nintendo Classic stuff I've already started. I've got the scripts done, I just basically record voiceover. It's not going to be me on camera for these, so a lot easier for me to produce. So they're only going to be short, so I should be able to get the bulk of them done before December starts, and then I can roll them out each day, and then while they're rolling out I can finish off the rest. So that'll be easy. The only things that I might just have trouble with is the what I got for Christmas. Just finding time, after Christmas on my own to be able to record something. At the very least, I might just have to do it in my bedroom rather than down here. And the recent video game pickups number 22 depends again when I get the chance to record. It should happen before Christmas anyway when I get the chance to record. It's happening on the 10th in Barnsley, so I should be able to get it done a few days after at the very least. Okay, so that is December's content on bigcalsworld.co.uk. Obviously, all the text content is exclusive. The videos will be posted on YouTube and on VidMe. I think it was vid.me, the website. I've started posting my videos on there now, just another platform. Seems to be getting more and more popular these days, so I thought, yeah, I'll give it a try. Posting my videos on there and getting decent views, so I'm very happy with that. Oh, right, and yeah, I just want to add another little bit extra to this video rather than doing a separate one for it. You may notice that the last video on the website was recent video game pickups number 20, and the next pickups for December is number 22. So where's number 21? You are watching it! Yay! Yeah, I've got my recent pickups here. There's not much. There's only actually 3 games here. So I'll just go through them rather quickly just to show off, let's say, what I've got. Okay, so we've got some N64 games. We have WWF Warzone. Ordered it on the PS1, but it was very cheap for the N64. And for my wrestling collection, I had to get the N64 version as well. And again, wrestling game, ECW Hardcore Revolution on the N64. Ordered it on the PS1, wanted it on the N64. And finally, Wave Race 64. Got it with the manual as well for nice and cheap. Wanted Wave Race for quite a while just to give it a try. I'm getting more and more into racing games in general these days, and the water physics are always highly praised in this, so I've been wanting it for a while. My entire Black Friday purchases, right here, the Shovel Knight Amiibo. In fact, if I get this up today, Monday, the Cyber Monday deals are pretty much the same as the Black Friday deals, and on Nintendo.co.uk's website, this is still up for sale, £5 and 2 pence or something daft, but then there is delivery and it goes up to £7 and 2 pence, but still very cheap for Amiibos. And I thought, I'm not one for collecting Amiibos. I have the Yoshi Woolly one just because it came in the collection with the game that my friend bought me. This one, I figured it's cheap. I love the Shovel Knight game. It's a great indie game. I have a physical copy for the Wii U, and it'd just be nice to have the Amiibo to go with it, especially because it's a non-Nintendo character that got an Amiibo made for it. So cool, just interesting to have. I'm not even sure if I'll open it. I think the only thing it does really for Shovel Knight is adds multiplayer, which probably not going to be something I'll ever do with Shovel Knight, but it is there. It looks cool, it was cheap, so yeah, I thought I'll pick it up just sort of add to the collection. It goes well with the physical copy of the game. And then finally, some PSP UMD movies. I'm a big fan of collecting these days. I did order a PSP game from the same website, from CEX, but they couldn't find a UMD movie I tried ordering. They sent me a game. It was a Star Wars game, but it was in German, so I had to take it back. I also bought a steering wheel for the PS2. Had to take that back because they sent me one for the Xbox 360, because apparently they can't tell the fucking difference, despite the fact the Xbox logo was on the front of the steering wheel. Anyway, I'm doing movies that I did get that were in stock. Rocky Balboa, which goes nicely with the Rocky Balboa PSP game that I bought on the last Pickups video. The Long Good Friday, which is like the British film equivalent of The Godfather. It's absolutely fantastic. Bob Hoskins, wonderful in this film. If you haven't seen it, pick it up. Got it on Blu-ray as well. Very, very good. Star Wars, Clone Wars. This is the film for the Clone Wars animated series. We had the Clone Wars, I think it was, or just Clone Wars. It was an animated, it was hand-drawn. Then we had this Clone Wars film, which is 3D animation. And then there's another series based on this. There's like 5 or 6 series based on this film. And they're all fantastic. Best thing to come out of the prequel films, basically. And the film here, really good. I really enjoy it. Introduces Ahsoka, one of the big main characters for the Clone Wars TV show after this. So very cool, very nice to own. And finally, just one of my favourite films, Snatch. Absolutely fantastic. I'll have to see if I can get Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels on UMD as well, just to add to the collection. So those are just some of the small recent pickups. Decided to do it part of this video rather than a separate one. Firstly because it's only small, there's only actually 3 games. And just because I don't want to wait and add them to the South Yorkshire Video Game and Collectibles Fair video when I do the pickups for that. Yeah, so that's about everything. November was a bad month for me with my depression. That's why most of the content didn't get done. But check out what was there over on bigcalsworld.co.uk. The month of December is going to be huge, plenty of content. Most of it is already done or pretty much done, so even if my depression, decides, fuck it, it's going to be worse in December, which wouldn't surprise me, the content is there, I just have to make the small effort of posting it. So remember to keep checking out bigcalsworld.co.uk for all the written content and video content that's coming up soon. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoy the content that I'm bringing. I'll see you again next time.